Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing shelf number 13. As you can see, this is just another spooky shelf. I gotta dust it, sorry for the little bit of dust, but I got my little skeleton with my pumpkins, little tea lights in them. The mini Funkos they put out years ago, Krampus, Cthulhu, Elvira, Chucky, Pinhead, and Stripe. So let's just get on with it. So I ended with the house quadrilogy last time. So part 3, which is also known as the horror show. This is a different cut of the film, but you get both cuts of the film, the European version and then the alternate US version. You get interviews with Kane Hodder in here, audio commentary with Sean S. Cunningham. So, pretty cool. Part 4 to me is just a cheese fest. It's got like a talking pizza in here with Kane Hodder was the talking pizza in this, from my understanding, so that was kind of silly. One of my favorite Fulci movies, House by the Cemetery. It's got that lenticular artwork on here with the doctor. This is a 3-disc set. It's got the soundtrack and then the 2 Blu-rays. A lot of extra material on here. House of the Dead. This is I believe this is an anthology from 1978. Not my favorite anthology. It was okay, but had some good stories in it, some not so great. House of the Long Shadows. This is a Kino release. This is the original release of it, not the reissue. It's got a really good cast. It's got Desi Arnaz Jr. in here, John Carradine, Richard Todd. The 1983 film by Pete Walker. The House of Seven Corpses. I haven't watched this one yet. Severin release. Early mid-70s horror, if you guys enjoy that kind of thing. This one I haven't watched either. House on Straw Hill. Another mid-late 70s horror. I try to get as many 70s horrors as possible. It's the part of the genre where I need to watch more. I need to watch more 70s horror. So this one is not 70s horror. This is House on Willow Street. This was a fun movie. Definitely more modern horror. But yeah, this was an interesting watch. Definitely a twist on this one. It was good. House that Jack built. I haven't had the time to get down and watch this. It's so long. It's like 2.5 hours. Both cuts of the film. So I've heard mixed reviews on this one. I'm not like the biggest Lars von Trier fan, but he's alright. Howl. I remember picking this up at the Dollar Tree. It's a decent British werewolf type movie. It does have some CGI in it, which kind of threw me off, but it's not bad. It's about these people on a train, and they're in London, and then they begin to panic as there's a sudden halt, and then there's, werewolves outside. The original Hunchback of Notre Dame, however you want to say it. This is the one from where the hell's the date on this? 1939. Yeah, good stuff. I haven't seen it in a very long time. I'm happy to get rid of this bootleg now because there's a 4K coming out. But Hush, really good movie. That was on Netflix. This is a Blumhouse release. Not everyone likes Blumhouse, but I do really enjoy Mike Flanagan, so definitely want to get rid of this and upgrade to that 4K set. Humanoids from the Deep. This is another Corman produced film. Really fun, cheesy. This was like late 70s. No, 1980. 1980 horror, sci-fi stuff about these creatures coming to Earth to mate with women. Yeah, it's silly. It's fun, but silly. Oh, I just knocked over. Who did I knock over? I don't remember the character's name. Whatever. This is an old 90s Burger King toy that I bought. Anyway, moving on. I Bury the Living with Richard Boone. I have not watched this. 1958 black and white horror. I enjoy my cheesy 50s horror. Idle Hands, who doesn't love Idle Hands? Actually reversed the artwork in here, so it's like the original artwork underneath. Good stuff. I'm Dreaming of a White Doomsday. This movie was kind of a downer in my opinion, but it's signed by, I guess, Mike Lombardo, who's the director, along with I don't know who the hell signed this. It says it was signed by Reeve. I don't know who that is. And then I guess I'm assuming that's Mike's right there. And then, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Very down kind of movie, depressing. The Initiation. This was a fun 80s watch with Daphne Zuniga and Clue Gallagher and Vera Miles. So, very fun movie, I thought. Inner Space. It's been forever since I've seen this one, but really good cast. Dennis Quaid, Martin Short, Meg Ryan, and Kevin McCarthy. Joe Dante film. Same thing goes for this one. Innocent Blood. It's a John Landis film. It's been a while since I've seen this one. And I got all your Insidious movies, well, the first 4. I do have the 5th one. First one being the best one in my opinion. This is the 4K Steelbook. Never opened it. And then you got part 2, which was pretty good. I thought, you know, the story continues with the woman. She's creepy as hell. Part 3. A lot of people hate on part 3. I thought it was good. I remember seeing it in the theater. Part 4 was not my favorite. The Last Key. It was alright. I haven't watched part 5 yet. I gotta get around to that one. Interview with the Vampire. Classic movie directed by Neil Jordan based on the Anne Rice novel. Yeah, good stuff. I'm actually sitting in a chair for once. The Intruder. This one was a little weird. Like, I liked it, but it was just a little out there. 1975 film, starring Mickey Rooney, Yvonne DiCarlo. Not really familiar with anybody else in this movie, but I enjoyed them. Oh, I'm sorry, Ted Cassidy. I know him. The other Intruder that everybody loves, including myself. This is a cool set. It's got a bunch of extras on it. I know there's a couple other different Blu-rays out there, Region B Blu-rays. But this was definitely a fun movie with both Ramy brothers. Danny Hicks, rest in peace, sir. I wish I could have met him. I conversed with him a little bit on Facebook back in the day, but never got a chance to meet him. Seemed like a good guy. So, yeah. Good movie. Invaders from Mars, the remake, but the original release of the remake. I know there's a newer one out there, but it doesn't have any of these special features from my understanding. It's just a bare bones release. This movie scared the hell out of me when I watched it back when I was like I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. No, 9 or 10. I think it was 10. Especially when Louise Fletcher's character was, you know, overtaken by the invaders, I guess. She was, you know, I guess, hypnotized or, you know, bitten in the neck and whatnot. So, yeah. Karen Black's awesome in this. Hunter Carson's also really good in this. I like Timothy Bottoms. James Caan, obviously, you can't go wrong with him either. Irrational Fear, I haven't watched this yet. I remember, like, backing it back in the day, but I really don't remember what's in here. I know who Jennifer Nangle is. She's been in a few other films over the years. But I've never seen this. If you guys have, let me know. The Island, this is the one with Michael Caine and David Warner. I haven't watched this one yet either. I know, I'm behind on certain things. I heard it was pretty decent. 1980 film. It Comes at Night. I have not watched this one yet either, but spoiler, I know pretty much nothing comes from, someone said that nothing really comes, and I'm like, okay, then why they make a movie if nothing comes? Obviously something's going on with that guy. Spitting up blood. I can probably get rid of this now because I have the big box version there of It Follows. I enjoyed this film. Saw it in the theater. Then I had to buy it when it came out. And then years later, I got this beautiful, thick second sight release. 4K, Blu-ray. With the booklet. Good stuff. If you guys don't like It Follows, then you're really missing out. Jaws, Steelbook. Love Jaws 2. I have Jaws, the original, somewhere else in this room, but Jaws 2, this is the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. Part 3 and 4 I still need to get, because I only have the regular Blu-rays of those still. But they're not my favorite of the franchise. I enjoy 1 and 2 the best. But yeah. Especially this one. Oh boy. Alright, we got Jeepers Creepers. This one's out of print. It goes for stupid money. I bought this like around the time it actually came out. Same thing with part 2. People don't like part 2. I like part 2. Part 1 and 2 are the best anyway. Part 3, I heard this movie is a piece of crap. Like, I never watched it, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. I have it because I'm a completist when it comes to certain franchises. And yes, I do have Reborn. I've seen it. Was it bad? Yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. But, yeah. There's a scene in here that I just can't stop laughing at whenever I think about it. It's the scene where they're in the house and the phonograph is sitting on the table and the guy like knocks it over and breaks it, and then the creeper comes in and he looks really pissed. That's like the funniest thing I've ever seen out of that franchise. I don't know, the movie's stupid though. I don't care for the movie. Just Desserts. This is the making of Creepshow. It's a 90-minute like little documentary. You got the late George Romero. You got Stephen King. You got Tom Savini. You get a bunch of other people in here too, like John Amplas. Sean Clark's in here too. If you guys don't know who Sean Clark is, he is probably one of the most well-known guys out there who I think he has like a podcast. A lot of people have podcasts, but he goes to conventions. You guys probably see him all the time. He's a cool dude. I never met the guy before, but I think I saw him once at a convention, but I didn't approach him. But I should probably, say hi once in a while, He seems like a chill dude. One of my favorite April Fool's Day type movies, Killer Party. This was a fun watch. Definitely recommend it if you've never seen it before. I'm a fan of William, I can never say his last name right, Fruitt. He's a good director. Or was it? I think he's still around. Maybe not. I don't know. Getting a little stuck in here. The Killing. This is the Stanley Kubrick film that I have not watched. It's one of his early films from the 50s. I really need to upgrade these. King Kong. This is the Peter Jackson one from 2005 with Jack Black and Adrian Brody and Naomi Watts. And then Kong Skull Island. I like this artwork on the slip. I believe this might have been Target. I don't remember, but yeah. Good cast here as well. Very good stuff. Knives Out. I enjoyed this movie. I never watched the what the hell was it called? The one after this. I forget the name of it. I'm sorry. Glass Onion. Glass Onion. No, I never watched that one, but I enjoyed this one. I already knew who the killer was before they even got to that point. This movie, I can never say anything. I can never not say anything bad about this. This was a really good Thanksgiving horror film. It's not really Thanksgiving, but it takes place during Thanksgiving break. This girl stays behind at the college campus, and then she goes through a bunch of... She gets targeted by outcasts. And yeah, it's got that one dude from Sinister in here. James, what's his last name? I don't like the way the font is on this. James Ranson. Yeah. This is a bootleg, but there are like other versions of Region B versions of that out there. Krull. I have never seen Krull, but I bought it at a second-hand Charles for $5 years ago. I'll watch it eventually, but I say that about everything, and I get to things like years and years and years later. LA Confidential. It's been a while since I've seen this one, but I enjoy it. Lair of the White Worm without the slipcover. I have the steelbook, so I might. I don't know if I'm gonna collect all of these. I might, but I haven't watched that one yet. Lake Nowhere. This was interesting. It's a short film too. It's like about an hour long, but it's very different. But I remember watching it. What was this? 2016. I think that's what that says. I think I watched it in 2017, I believe is when I bought it. But, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was alright. The Lamp. I like this movie. It's also, what else is it called? Oh, yeah, it's called The Outing as well. I remember I might still have the double feature of this with the other film. Actually, I do have the other one with the. It was The Outing, and I don't know where it is. It's not on this rack. But yeah, I remember enjoying that one. Alright, next we have Land of the Dead, which is getting a 4K as well. If it doesn't already have one. I think it already has one. This one I need to watch. I think I've seen like bits and pieces of it because I remember certain zombies in this movie, but yeah, I need to go back and watch this one again. Last Exorcism, the good one. This one was good. It's Eli Roth Presents. This was directed by Daniel Stamm. And then yes, there is a part 2, but I haven't watched it, but I heard it was absolute dog shit. But to each their own. I do really enjoy Ashley Bell. I know she came back for part 2, but this is not Maniac 2. This is the last horror film, but sometimes it's known as Maniac 2, Love to Kill. It's got the same dude in it. What's his name? Joe Spinell. R.I.P. Joe Spinell. I bought this from Severin directly at a convention last year. They were sold out, but they had another copy left, and I'm like, I will take that. I used to have the old Troma release of this, but I got rid of that. Last Shift? Yeah, I think it was Last Shift. This was a fun, creepy movie. It's about this cop who's assigned the last shift at a closing police station. It's haunted by demons and whatnot. It's really creepy, but I enjoyed that one. This double feature of Hallucinations and Lethal Nightmare. These are Polonia Brother films, some of the early stuff. I remember watching Hallucinations at the Alamo Theater during I think it was a Video Vortex event. Really freaking weird stuff, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed that quite a bit. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. This is a nice early 70s horror film. I really enjoyed this. It's in one of my top films from 1971. So I recommend that one. Life Changer, I have not watched this one, so I can't tell you. This is a horror pack number 36. But I have not watched this one. I know it actually has a regular Blu-ray release now. Life Force, I never upgraded to the 4K. Probably should get around to that eventually. Another movie that I will recommend over and over and over again. That is The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane, with a very young Jodie Foster and Martin Sheen. It's PG, but it definitely shouldn't be rated PG. It should have been at least rated R at the time. There's a lot of, let's just say, stuff in here that shouldn't be going on for it to be rated PG. I know it was the 70s, but still, it's kind of, yeah. Anyway, I love this movie. Definitely recommend watching it. Lord of Illusions, another out-of-print Blu-ray that got re-released, probably bare bones. But it's got the theatrical cut and the director's cut on here. So, good stuff. The 4K Steelbook of Lost Boys, one of my favorite films of all time. Favorite vampire films of all time. I like the Steelbook just by the way the reflection in his glasses with the bridge. They could have been like a different artwork, but it's still cool to me. Love and Monsters, I have not watched this. I heard it's really good though. Double feature of Love at First Bite and Once Bitten. Once Bitten is definitely fun. Jim Carrey movie. Love at First Bite, I have not seen. I gotta get around to watching that one. Lucifer's Women, I have not watched this one. It's one of those Vinegar Syndrome titles. I found out in the wild for a decent price, so I picked it up. Mad Monster Party. I think this is a Rankin Bass. Yeah, it is Rankin Bass. So pretty cool stuff from like the late 60s. I like this movie, but not everybody does. Mandy. Really crazy movie with Nicolas Cage. The Man from Planet X. It's another 50s movie I haven't watched. But I like my 50s cheese. And lastly, I'm going to end it with Manhunter, the original movie about Hannibal Lecter. This one, he was played by Brian Cox in this movie. But really good cast here, as you can see. But yeah, good stuff. Alright, that's it for shelf number 13, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you've seen anything, let me know. If you are intrigued by anything, let me know. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.